You guys believe how fast this year has gone? Like, honestly, I can't believe that it is already December 19th. So hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic end of the fourth quarter. If we will, we're going to head up to some of the thrift stores right now. We might just reduce it to one, just depending on how much time I have. But hope everybody's fourth quarter is going well. Don't be alarmed if you're not, sales aren't flying off the shelves here, because if you sell a bunch of, pre-owned goods that go to the end user and they're not gifts, naturally, you're not going to see a spike in sales. So my sales have been phenomenal. We'll talk about that slightly towards the end of the video as we move into doing some more what's sold. But before we do any of that and get into any of that, let's go up to the store, see if I can find anything that is worth reselling. I've had a good run of luck lately, so let's try to build on that momentum. Let's go shop. This is the first time find for me, so it is Converse. It's a collaboration between Converse and Comme des Garçons. I believe that that's a Japanese company. I know they have a presence in Paris, but I think by nature it's a Japanese company. And yes, they need to be cleaned up a little bit, but I don't think we're in bad shape here. This is a Polo collab that you really want to look out for. So there's a look at the back of the shoe. Here's a look at the insole, and then there should be a little heart on the inside tag. Where's that tag? Right there, yes. So these will be authenticated by eBay. They will pass, and I think anywhere from 75 to 100. All depends on how much of this I can get cleaned up, because it looks like the people that purchase these would rather them in maybe a little bit better condition than I'm finding them in, but I can at least touch them up. I will not throw them in the wash, and here's why. What tends to happen to me when I put Converse in the wash is the seam starts to bleed right here, and so there's a discoloration mark that almost looks like coffee that starts to spread and bleed right here. So it's hard for me to throw certain Converse in the wash, and since these are white, I'm afraid that that will start happening along the lines here. So I may or may not put them in the wash. Other than that, I mean, just cleaning them up though, I'm gonna say $75 to $100 without looking. This is a sneaky brand right here, Taft. Can you see that? Size 43. Let me look on the inside here too. So you can see it on the insole. Well, my camera work here is terrible, sorry. Taft. But it doesn't really identify itself. And maybe it wore away. I don't see any other identifying marks, but I know that this is the style on this boot is the Jack. Great looking. Let me see if I can see any other codes or stamps on the inside. I don't. Nice cap toe. These are like pretty expensive, brand new. I just saw a size 41 sell for $100 pre-owned, and these are in good condition. These could be touched up if you were really worried about it, but I think I can still get 100 for this size 33. This is a great score. Keep your eye out for Taft. It doesn't look like anything like really obvious, but yeah, if you find these, you might make some good money here. I think I'm gonna list these for 100. I like picking up Polo Ralph Lauren rugby shirts, especially this time of year. This is, it's heavy. It's soft heavy, and it's a size XL. I like that. The only issue I think I might have here is just maybe a lack of keywords. Other than striped, what are we doing here? This isn't quilted, but it's like a diamond pattern at the top. It's red and black, and it's striped. And I went into Google Lens, and it didn't really give me an exact match. It's not a classic or a custom fit here, so how am I gonna out keyword everybody to get visibility? I'm not exactly sure, but I like the size, I like the brand, I like the style, and I like the timing. So I think I'm still gonna grab it for all of those reasons. But yeah, it's just your basic red, diamond pattern, striped rugby polo. I don't know what else to do with this other than use those keywords. We got another Ralph Lauren piece here. What do we have? Some sweatpants, some sleepwear. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up anyway. This is what I'm gonna leave behind. It is a Pendleton wool women's jacket. The buttons are fantastic. It's well made. I like the brand a lot. Hold on, let's take a look at the buttons on the arm again. But the reason I think I'm gonna leave it behind, outside of the fact that it's women's and I'm not real strong with women's brands in general is I just don't see the prices working out. I don't see the prices in the like, and enough solds for me to justify making a purchase decision here. So what does it say what size it is? I can't see the size off the top of my head. It's a nice jacket. I think there's too many, not enough sold, and I don't even like the prices of the solds I do see. So there's some people that might pick this up, but my lack of knowledge in general, coupled with what I saw on the app, is telling me to leave this behind. I'm going to show you this soccer jersey that I believe is fake. This is an Emirates jersey. I'm not even sure. Ibrahimovic. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that name, but I mean, the jersey looks pretty good. Just looking at it this way. The only reason that I believe that this is not authentic, I was looking for the size and I couldn't find it. And usually Nike's styling colorway code or their UPC code on one of their tags can give you that information. So I went to look for this tag. This does not look like an authentic Nike tag right here, and so that's why I believe that this jersey is fake. Usually underneath will be a smaller tag that will give you some more details, but this does not look right to me. So I think this jersey is fake, which is too bad because it could have been like, $30 or $40, but it's certainly not worth picking up if it's not authentic, which I do not believe it is. So just some interesting information there for you. But yeah, I don't see that tag that is usually on all of these jerseys, or a vast majority of them. So I think this is fake. All right, take a look at this if you've never seen this. Actually, let me move these over here so that I'm not in anyone's way. Amir jeans. Take a close look at these. We have paisleys here. They look like this is the way they come, very distressed. Amir embroidered on the leg. And then what size are we dealing with here? Whoops. They are size, can't see the tag. Looks like, they're a size 40, sorry. All right, let me put these back up. If you're not familiar with this brand, make sure you get it on your radar here. So I believe these are a men's 40, got a little paisley design on the front. These are super expensive. And so assuming that these are real, which I believe they are, I could potentially list these for anywhere from $200 to $400 pre-owned. There's some more of the embroidery that comes around the leg right here. This is crazy. And there's no way for me at first glance to determine if they're authentic. I think they are, but it's the first time I've ever found them in store. So we are looking really good here. Like I said, maybe 200, maybe 300. Listen, I could potentially put them on here for a little bit more, just depending on what I see. The problem is eBay search is just so messed up, and it has been for so long, that it's kind of hard to determine what the actual current listings are and then the current solds are. It's like when you're trying to narrow down a search, your search gets larger. It's an ongoing problem, and I'm hoping that eBay knows about it because it's a real issue. This poster came out on a cart, marked $3.99. It's Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood. Did they do a concert tour together or a CD together? I think they did. At least that's what I thought I saw when I was looking this up. 2009, and then it's signed down here. It's like stamped, and then it is signed by, I believe, the artist that did the art here, print here. Limited edition, 802 out of, I think, 1,800 from 2009. I went into Terapeak and I saw one of these sold just like this for 75. There's other ones that are selling for 300 that are, I forget what they are. They're like proofs, I believe, something along those lines. And so maybe they're a little bit smaller, but they're more valuable. I'm not exactly sure. This is just a true poster. $3.99, and if there was a sold for 75 in Terapeak, I think I might list this for 75 also. I don't know if it being rolled up like this is going to adversely affect the value, because it's not perfect, right? See how it just rolls up like that? The other one that I saw looked like it might have been flatter. I don't know. I'll try it at 75. We'll see what happens. I'm a little bit bummed here. Not a ton. Smartwool. I believe this is called the Hudson Trail. Hudson something or other. Fleece. Hooded fleece. What size are we looking at here? Woman's large. If this didn't have a flaw, I'm still going to buy it, even with the flaw. But if it didn't have a flaw, I think this would sell in the $80 to $100 range. Pre-owned. I like to list on the high side where I can most often, so just at first glance, maybe $80 to $100. But on the back, let me flip this over. So the front looked fine, but the back towards the bottom, where was this? There's a little bit of a, okay, see right here? See that hole? It's really discreet. You almost, to the naked eye, you might not even notice it's there. So what I think I'm gonna do is disclose it. I'll take really nice pictures. It's like a purplish color. My phone doesn't give the exact, like the most accurate color here. So, but it's purple. And with that flaw, I think what I'm gonna do is list this for 30 bucks and just move it quick. I think I can sell it even with that flaw in the $25 to $30 range. So that's what I'll do, but this is a great brand and this is a really nice, and it looks like based on the sole, it's a pretty desirable style for this brand, for this pullover hoodie. So yeah, let's just call this 30 bucks. I kind of want this for personal use, probably no value, 15 bucks, little candle holder. I'm just looking at this cart that just came out, but I don't really see anything that I think I can use. Dried lavender and oak. Should probably look it up. These candles used to be $4.99 new, now they're $5.99. Got a mug, very best Nana Sheffield Home. I've never heard of that brand. Alabama Crimson Tide socks. I don't know what these are. What else we have? Anything underneath? Got some nice looking bulbs here, Campbell soup, but we're running out of time for Christmas. Bogs. I know you should be sourcing Christmas year round, I get it, I understand, but I don't think those have any value. True torn brain boots, nothing here. I missed something up here. What else? Roadway Express, Longaberger mugs, nice. I don't see anything else. This fella was just sitting on the rack right here. Never seen it before. It's a point of service terminal. The brand is Ordermark, which I've never heard of before, but we got the power cord here. I might plug this in right now. We'll find a plug and see if this thing is at least lighting up. It looks like, hold on, Model A1. One of these sold for maybe around $100 at least in the 90-day eBay app. I'm just looking to see what it takes here. It looks like USB and then some Ethernet ports. Power though, is this the power cord that I'm holding on to? We're gonna find out. I'm gonna plug this in at an outlet and see if this works. If it is, it could be $100. Let's go find out. I don't know, if I don't do anything else, it looks like it works fine. Touchscreen working? Yeah. Looks like we're doing okay. For $13, this is a pretty good deal. Well, I'm not getting anything when I hit that screen, but it definitely looks like it's at least functions properly, right? Yeah. Looks like we're good. I'm taking it. These New Balance should be good for, I'm gonna say, let me look at the soles. $50 out of these soles. Let me look at the other one. They are $9.90 version 3. They're women's. Let me make sure that they're women's. I think, okay, you can read this tag, which is great. W990 GL3. That's a women's 10.5, if I'm not mistaken. I think the W right here indicates that that's women's, and then it would be M if it were men's. So I can clearly read this tag, not like the last debacle I had with eBay and New Balance grays, 990s, where I sold them for $110, only to have them authenticated and returned because they couldn't read the tag. So I don't know, am I gonna have an issue because they can't read this one? I can see the 10.5 on this tag, and I can clearly see it on this one. You think I'll have a problem? Hopefully not. I mean, maybe I could put them on Poshmark if that's the case. What I don't want to have happen is I don't want to send them in only to have them fail the authentication process again. That's just going to be annoying, and I don't want those strikes on the account. I think once I've thrown them in the wash and cleaned them up, they've got great insoles too. I can get $50 for them, and maybe they will pass. I don't know. I'm gonna take them anyway. Let's see what happens. All right, so I am gonna throw those Converse in the wash. I wonder if you noticed the issue that I'm having with them, so I'll talk about that as we head home now. And then I wanna show you another pair of Amir jeans I found on a separate trip. These ones might even be better than the ones that you just saw, but I wanna make sure that you see both of those pairs. And then I'm gonna show you what these Converse look like when they come out of the wash. So let's head home. All right, so if you look close at this shoe, you can see little red outline around this heart. I thought when I was looking at them originally that this was just like a white variant or a white variation of this shoe, but I couldn't find any when I was looking and doing my deeper dive research. So I think that's a problem because this red heart is sort of important if we're talking about trying to get max value for this pair of shoes. So I put them in the wash figuring I didn't have anything to lose, and the glue did not spread here, which is wonderful. I don't know if you guys can see, there's a little bit of red right here too, but the glue did not separate and it didn't spread, which is a good sign because they came out a little bit cleaner. But because of the issue that I'm having here with the red not being there, I don't think I can charge more than $30 to $40 for them, even though if you get a closer look at the soles, they're in great shape now. They cleaned up really well because they were pretty dirty in the store. But that red fading into white, I don't think I can get, like I said, more than $35 for them. It's still a great shoe and I'm still going to list them, but I didn't think I had anything to lose at that point, putting them in the wash and just trying my luck and seeing how they came out. So they're nice and clean, but yeah, now what could have been maybe $75, $85, $95, I'm just gonna reduce it to $30, $35, disclose the fact that we're missing some of the red there, and we'll take our chances on it. Let's take a look at those pair of pants. Here's the second pair of Amir. One of the keywords I'm gonna use is, this is a little cherub here, and there's enough good sold comparables on pre-owned pairs of this exact style of jean from this brand. So got the distressed knee on this side here, the graphic on the right leg, and I believe these are skinny, tapered, something along those lines, but I'm the only one that's gonna have a size 40 in these. There was a pair that sold for $450, but that pair had the receipt verifying its authenticity. I think maybe because it had the receipt, that increased the value of that listing. I'm not exactly sure because I'm almost certain that these are 100% authentic. So I don't know what I want to do with them. Looks like the average floats around 230, 240. So can I shoot for the stars at 450 for these? I'm not really sure, but I do believe that I can get at least 250 for them. So, I mean, at a minimum, I think I'll list them for 250. Keep your eye out for this brand. Super lucky to find these on separate trips. They were not on the same rack, separate trips and separate days, but great find. That is all I have for you for this one. I hope you enjoyed that. And in my next video, we are going to get caught up on what sold. So stay tuned for that. Brendan here, Dad Planet, the One Man Show. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.